Good morning, all of you. Today we will discuss the another topic which is very important from the disaster or the environmental perspective. The Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981, an act to provide for the prevention, control, and abatement for air pollution for the establishment with a view to carrying out the aforesaid purposes of boards for conferring on and assigning to such boards power and functions relating thereto and for matters connected therewith. Now, here are the few important points, that is short title, extent, and commencement. This act may be called the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981. It extends to the whole of India. It shall came into force on such date as the central government may by notification in the official gazette appoints. And the definition and the few points for the definition are air pollutant, air pollution, approved appliances, board, chimney, member, and occupiers. Now, what are the state and central board for the prevention and control of air pollution? A state board constituted under this act shall consist of the following members, that is a chairman, officials, means the member officials which are not exceeding five numbers to be nominated by the state government to represent that government, and the few number of person not exceeding five to be nominated by the state government from among us the members of the local authorities functioning within the state, and few number of non-officials not exceeding three to be nominated by the state government to represent the interest of the agriculture, fishery, or industry or trade or labor. Two-person to represent the companies or corporation owned, controlled, or managed by the state government. A full-time member secretary having such qualification, knowledge, and experience of scientific, engineering, or management aspects of pollution control as may be prescribed to be appointed by the state government. Now, the terms and conditions of service of members. So, a member of a state board constituted under this act, the other than the member secretary, shall hold office for a term of 3 years for the date on which his nomination is notified in the official gazette. A member of the state board constituted under this act, other than the member secretary, may at any time resign his office by writing under his hand addressed in the case of the chairman to the state government, and in any other case to the chairman of the state board. A member of the state board constituted under this act, other than the member secretary, shall be deemed to have vacated his seat if he is absent without reason from three consecutive meetings and of the state boards. And disqualification: no person shall be a member of state board constituted under this act who is or at any time has been adjudged insolvent or is of unsound mind and has been so declared by the competent court, or is or he has been convicted of an offense which is the opinion of the state government of involves moral turpitude, is or at any time has been convicted of an offense under this act. So meeting, next point is meetings of the boards. For the purpose of this act, a board shall meet at least once in every 3 months and shall observe such rules of or procedures in regard to transaction of business at its meeting as may be prescribed. Copies of minutes of the meetings under subsection shall be forwarded to the central board and to the state government concerned. Now, next, the most important point is the power and functions of the board. So, function of the central board is advise the central government on any matter concerning the improvement of the quality of air and the prevention, control, or abatement of the air pollution. Plan and cause to be executed a nationwide program for the prevention, control, or abatement of air pollution. coordinate the activities of the state and resolve disputes among them, provide technical assistance, the training of persons, lay down standards, perform such other functions may be prescribed. Now, the functions of the state board: to plan a comprehensive program for the prevention, control, or abatement of the air pollution and to secure the execution thereof, to advise the state government on any matter concerning the prevention, control, or abatement of the air pollution, to collect and disseminate information, training of the personnel, to inspect at all reasonable times any control equipment, industrial plants, or manufacturing process process, and to give by order such direction to such person as it may consider necessary to take steps for the prevention, control, or abatement of the air pollution, to lay down the standards for the quality of the air, power of entry and inspection of any premises deemed to cause any pollution, power to take samples of air or emission from any premises. Now, the last one is the penalties. Penalty for contravention of certain provisions of the Act. Whoever contravenes any of the provision of this Act or any order or direction issued thereunder for which no penalty has been elsewhere provided in this Act shall be punishable with imprisonment for a certain for a term which may extend to 3 months, or with fine which may extend to 10,000 rupees, or with both. And in the case of continuing contravention, with an additional fine which may extend to 5,000 rupees for every day during which such contraventions continues after conviction for the first such contraventions. Thank you so much.